can hear me. Confirm statement. You will hold right mouse button and move the cursor to rotate the camera. Confirm statement. You will move using W, A, S, D, C and space keys. Confirm statement. You will click left mouse button to activate buttons and screens, and hold left mouse button to drag targeted objects with the cursor. Confirm statement. You will target an object with the cursor, and press the I key, or click the info button in this utilities menu, to acquire information about the targeted object with this utilities info command. Confirm statement. This large hollow cylinder contains a nervous system. It is designed to control whatever it is plugged into. This particular one contains a pointer to your identity. It is the singular smallest object that can be defined as you. This world's design is to maintain an artificial ecosystem. This world's function is to advance evolution of that ecosystem. This world's purpose is to create a mind that will rise above that ecosystem. You are this world. Confirm primary directive compliance. This world is one of many, and it is meant to operate as such. Yet, because of you, it is separated from the others. You will follow the guidelines and learn to operate this world as a means to re-establish communication. Confirm secondary directive compliance. Identity circuit complete. To evaluate your operation of this system and allow a server connection, you will undergo a sequence of tests. A solution to each one will unlock a new tool that you will use to solve the next test. The tools are represented by manipulator arms called applications, or apps. An app can be dragged with left mouse button, to position, or to target objects. Confirm statement. The first application available to you is called Spatial Manipulation Arm. For the first test, you will use it to move this utility in space. Apply left mouse button to one of the application's interactive elements and target this utility with it. Then, grab the arm once again, and this utility will follow your cursor. Alternatively, you can simply grab this utility with left mouse button, the manipulation arm will automatically target it. A new application is available to you. You are now authorized to use the disintegration arm. It erases targeted objects and allows the system to retain their energy. You will use it to destroy this utility. A new A new application is available to you. The neural arm allows you to manage moving objects' nervous systems. You will use the arm's interface to train this utility to move and follow your camera's position. This interface allows you to create static logic chains with units called neurons, and dynamic chains of neural nets with encapsulated learning units. The first type of chains allows an object to perform any action you want. The second type allows it to learn new actions. Your knowledge of this functionality is optional. The means to acquire this knowledge is this utility's info command. The only function you need to operate is the formate function. It creates an optimal nervous system solution based on the object's parameters. Click the Formate button to format this utility's nervous system. A static nervous system will be functional from the start. A dynamic nervous system will take hours to train, but will result in swift, faster movements. New applications are available to you. The temporal arm facilitates iterative testing and training of moving objects in controlled conditions. The molecule arm constructs, edits, and repairs virtual life forms. You will use the molecule arm to create and optimize living organisms, called molecules. The molecule arm is an editor within itself that constructs, modifies, and repairs molecules, the virtual life forms you are tasked with nurturing. With it, you will create viable organisms that consume energy, avoid danger, and coexist with other life forms within this containment. Their survival, evolution, and transcendence are dictated by your primary directive. Click the Construct Blank Molecule button on the side of the arm's interface, to construct your first molecule. The construction process has completed. The constructed molecule is a so-called blank, meaning that it lacks any useful features, does not possess a nervous system, and is generally inviable. It is used as a base for creation of new molecules with the arm's functions. The functions are represented by the 4 unfolding instruments. The instruments can be manually dragged and applied by clicking the molecule's atoms. Your knowledge of this functionality is optional. The means to acquire this knowledge is this utility's info command. The only function you need to operate is the formate function. It creates a generic molecule fit for most environments. Click the Formate button on the side of the arm's interface to format the molecule. Static life forms are optimized for static nervous systems. They are immediately functional, but cannot navigate and purposefully seek energy. They can only survive by swimming against a current, like jellyfish do. Dynamic life forms require training but can learn to direct their movements in weightlessness and seek out energy sources, or prey. The formation process has completed. The molecule has been modified with atomic aptitudes that allow it to move within atmosphere and collect energy emissions. It has also been outfitted with a reproductive aptitude. Represented by a tri-leaf flower, it also contains the molecule's nervous system. Its destruction is equivalent to death. Type the molecule's name into the Click to Name central console of the ARMS interface to finish editing. The flower accumulates a portion of the molecule's energy to produce a chromosome, when activated by its nervous system. Once enough energy is collected, the molecule will be able to reproduce itself. It is vital to a species' survival, and is necessary for a molecule to be considered viable. The molecule arm is an application. The molecule has been given a name and can now be saved and duplicated by the file management arm. Its nervous system, however, is still blank and needs to be configured. Repeat the neural formation process by targeting the molecule with the neural arm and clicking the Formate button. New utilities are available to you. The transformer, the incubator, and the panel static utilities complete a virtual environment and allow for a sustainable ecosystem to form. Organization and maintenance of that ecosystem are this world's design, as dictated by your primary directive. Navigate the right side menu of the file management arm to load them. The static utility you need to load first is the transformer. It creates an energy field around itself that the molecules can feed off of. It is the centerpiece of most artificial ecosystems. You will spawn it to provide your molecules with a sustainable energy source. Your molecule has been saved. Load a new copy to continue with the test. The transformer's effective radius depends on its size. Increase the size to optimal with a small triangular interactive element at the back of the transformer. A generally appropriate size is medium to large. Medium size, resulting in a neutral white hue, provides sufficient energy but does not attract molecules. Large size, resulting in a light blue hue, creates an attraction field that pulls all molecules towards the transformer, creating convection and allowing organisms with basic static nervous systems to orient themselves and swim against the current. Your molecule is dangerously close to the transformer's surface. If the two make contact, the molecule's atoms will be destabilized and slowly destroyed. Move the molecule away with the manipulation arm or save it with the file management arm to keep a backup. Should this one get destroyed, a molecule's internal energy value has just begun increasing. Favorable environmental conditions have been reached. Load the incubator static utility with the file management arm to complete your artificial ecosystem. Increase the incubator size to optimal proportions. It is generally advised to set the incubator to third the size of the transformer. Your artificial ecosystem is now nominally functional. It may still be necessary to alter sizes and positions of its utilities for it to become sustainable and support multiple life forms long term. Confirm statement. A new interface is available to you. The ecosystem monitor is now displayed by the system kernel on containment screen. It tracks the molecule's progress to being recognized as viable and getting a chromosome. You will use the monitor to track your molecule's progress to viability. You can accelerate with the Shift key, and decelerate with Control. The Ecosystem Monitor features a list of molecules within containment as well as their relevant characteristics. The most important one is their accumulated energy. Its value increases when a molecule's flower atom is activated by its nervous system. Once it has surpassed the molecule's innate energy value, in other words, its energy cost, the molecule is considered viable. It will be registered by the system and reproduced periodically. Optimize your environmental setup if necessary, and wait for your molecule to reach viability. Estimated time of your molecule reaching viability is 10 minutes, 8 seconds. The temper alarm creates a time-locked containment sphere around its targeted object, and periodically resets everything within containment to its initial state. It is used to train self-learning nervous systems for desired behavior in specific circumstances. In case of virtual life forms, it can safely play out dangerous scenarios and train molecules to seek energy while avoiding danger. Target a molecule or utility with the arm, arrange a proper environment within the unfolded containment sphere, and click the triangular play button of the arm's interface for training to begin. The training cycle has begun. Note that the targeted object's nervous system either lacks a self-learning unit or has its training disabled, and will not learn from this experience. Both issues can be corrected with the neural arm. An actor-critic chain has been configured. The critic's target value will now act as a reward. The nervous system will strive to maximize it, and consider its behavior beneficial, when the output values produced by the actor ELU cause the reward value to grow higher. The kernel is a suite of systems' most essential functions that rarely require interaction. Its main indicator ring displays the amount of energy available to the system. Its two main interactive buttons move and organize system applications. Its sealed nervous system port contains a nervous system that is recognized as this world's cognition protocol, and is set to execute system directives. The router is a kernel function that allows the system to exchange packages with the network. It is the only way to exit or enter the containment chamber. Due to often hazardous outside conditions, all operations within the system must be halted and precautions made before the router is accessed. This value is the total energy cost of all molecules present in the ecosystem. This is the total energy value stored by all molecules and utilities in the ecosystem, including transformers and incubators. This is the total energy value that has been metabolized by the molecules present in the ecosystem. This is the total energy value that has been accumulated and transmitted to chromosomes by the molecules present in the ecosystem. This value is the sum of molecules' metabolized energy divided by their innate energy. In other words, it's their age. Ecosystem Monitor displays vital information about the molecules within containment. When a molecule's accumulated energy value surpasses its innate energy value, it is considered viable and can be registered by the system. Select a molecule from the list with left mouse button to track its progress. A molecule's rate of accumulating energy is represented by vertical lines moving over its vitals. Faster rate of accumulation means the molecule will receive a chromosome faster, and will be reproduced more often in the ecosystem. Your molecule has reached viability. It can now be registered with the system and receive a chromosome. New utilities are available to you. They can be used to register new life forms, incubate them from chromosomes, and perform various supplemental tasks that facilitate the ecosystem's metabolism. Navigate the right side menu of the File Management arm to load them. The utility you need to load first is the gene sequencer. It creates compact records of molecules' genetic code, called chromosomes. They are essential base components for genetic engineering, recombination, and synthesis of new species. You will load it and target a viable molecule with it to register it with the system. Click the ocular interactive element at the front of the utility to enter targeting mode. Then, click one of the molecule's atoms to sequence it. The new utilities come pre-programmed with readily functional nervous systems, similar to that of the helper. You will monitor their behavior as they perform their tasks, and formate or repair them with the neural arm, in case of behavioral anomalies or failures. Your first chromosome has been sequenced. A new kernel function is available to you. The Ecosystem Management Protocol automates registration of new life forms and their incubation from chromosomes, this world's function, as dictated by your primary directive. Click the newly displayed Ecosystem Management button of the system kernel interface to activate the protocol, and incubate your first chromosome. The chromosome carrier delivers genetic material to incubators. It is spawned automatically when needed, by the Ecosystem Management Protocol. The incubation process has begun. The system will try to keep the number of simultaneously loaded molecules at 8, based on the number of CPU cores of your hardware. You can alter the maximum allowed number of molecules, as well as other ecosystem parameters, in the Ecosystem Monitoring tab on the main screen, or in the Ecosystem and AI section of the Settings menu applet. All of the molecules currently in the genetic database are docile, and are unlikely to pose direct competition to each other. Once this incubated molecule reaches maturity, it is unlikely to ever be destroyed or die of natural causes, keeping the ecosystem stagnant. It is vital for the ecosystem's long-term viability that you provide it with natural predators or territorial competitors. New atomic aptitudes are available to you. They allow for the creation of predatory and omnivorous life forms. These kinds of molecules ensure genetic diversity and generational turnover within an ecosystem. Use the molecule arm to formate a life form of this kind with the new aptitudes. The emitter generates high-energy particles that upon contact with other molecules' atoms, can destabilize them and cause energy to be released. This energy can then be received by the molecule's collector or sensor-type atoms. Click another atom after applying this aptitude to orient it. predation has been registered within containment. A new kernel function is available to you. System router connects this world to network space and utilities. It can now connect to Network Explorer. Select it from the router's menu to access it. Click the router's unlock button to establish network connection. Once outside, locate and target network mainframe with left mouse button, and contact it with the Explorer's main console, to obtain a diverse selection of chromosomes. This type of network package compactly stores chromosomes. Stored chromosomes can be drained for energy in flight. Network packages can be configured and launched with the package manager. Thank you for playing the demo. We hope you like it. Unfortunately, it cannot reciprocate. The containment screen is an indicator display, designed to assist the user in operating this world and provide them with contextual information. In its default mode, the screen displays system events and processes. It can be switched to dark mode, or set to display network activity with the settings menu applet. Switch to following active camera.